Railways Development Minister John Peter Amewo has hit hard at former President John Mahama for asserting that the Railway Ministry did not do proper test runs on the newly acquired trains before setting it in motion, responding to the recent accident on the Tama-Mpakadan railway line involving the newly imported trains. John Peter Amewo described Mr. Mahama's comments as inaccurate, adding test runs were conducted by professionals on the trains before getting them on the railway. He spoke on PM Express last night.
I totally disagree with His Excellency John Mahama. I don't blame him. This is not his field. Those guys who did this test run are experts. There are 16 engineers that were brought from Poland. This is 304, I was told, tests that they've conducted worldwide this year. And so I don't know His Excellency John Mahama where he's coming from with this understanding that no inspection has been done. As I clearly explained to you, they put in the system for inspection. A rail track was put ahead. Earlier on in the morning, they went around the whole line to see that there was no obstacle. 30 minutes this time before the takeoff of this DMU, the rail track, the maintenance track, was put ahead. So what is he saying when he said inspection?
This is what he said. How can you conduct a test run on the new railway line without the track inspection? How long had the vehicle been on the track before the test run? If I were president, I'll be asking some serious questions. The second question he asked...
Can I answer that question?
Yes.
I don't think he understood the question himself, his accent. Did he try to find out whether inspection was done as a former president? Did he make an effort before coming out with this? Sometimes some of us just refuse to talk because some of this statements being made by people at higher authority. If I'm a former president, I would never say this type of thing. Did he try? He knows me well. He could just find out from me from the office. Oh, my minister, my boy. Then we'll tell him the truth. He has not established that fact. And as a president, have an intention of coming to lead Ghanaians. And you come out with this sort of statement. I don't know. Surprisingly, this type of... I don't know how to describe it, but His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, this is below the belt. I am sorry, I give you all the kind of respect, but I expect you to find out first. This is below the belt.
Development Minister is, however, hinting the newly acquired trains will focus more on freight transportation rather than passenger services. The minister explains passenger services on trains typically does not generate profits, reason why they will focus more on freight transport to be able to raise some revenue. Peter Amewo again.
Yeah, services on train lines are not, it's not a profitable venture. But what it does is that it has a multiplier effect in terms of its impact on the economy. Workers are sent quicker to their point of destinations. They're able to move to work and do things quickly and return. So diminishing on the intensity of traffic density, the route in terms of the lifespan will be projected. So these are some of the things that you don't see physically. But if you factored it into the gains, then you realize that it's worth doing it. But you don't really get a return in terms of profit. We did some analysis, for instance, by using, I think, a maximum of about 200 people, running a day for, and it's not much. We're making quite close to about, I think about 500,000, 536,000 a month. But the cost is in excess. The cost is about 700,000. So it means there's still a viability.
Because if you look at it, you have to maintain it.
You have to maintain,
right? And you're not making enough money.
No.
How do you maintain it? Yeah. How do you run this sustainably?
And that is why all over the world, governments get involved in the operation of passenger train in terms of services, by closing that viability gap. Because this one, we're going to buy fuel.
Absolutely.
We're going to buy fuel. We're going to employ workers. And we have built at least about 8 stations on the line. We're going to put people there.
So guaranteed it will run at a loss?
Definitely, there's not going to be, it's not a profitable venture as I stated it, based on the studies that we've conducted. You're not going to make one city, for passengers. But when you start running the freight, the expectation is that that gain from the freight will cover this viability gap that we're seeing in the passenger round.